children, I am Shubhajit and welcome back. In this session, we are going to learn about pure substance and mixtures from the lesson Is Matter Around Us Pure? Learning outcomes. At the end of this session, you will be able to understand about pure substance, elements, compounds, mixture, homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. Keywords: pure substance. Elements contains only one kind of atom. Compounds contains two or more kind of atoms. Mixture: homogeneous mixture. The composition is uniform. Heterogeneous mixture. The composition is not uniform. Before starting the session, let's look at this concept map. All the matter around us can be classified into two groups: pure substances and mixture. As we look around, we can see that most of the matter around us exists as mixtures of two or more pure components. For example, seawater, minerals, soil, etc. are all mixtures. You might have gone to the market many times with your parents to purchase rice, salt, milk, ghee, and other provisions. You must have tried to ensure that you have got the purest possible milk and pure ghee, etc. In our day-to-day language, pure means something with no adulteration. But in chemistry, pure means something different. Let us find out what is pure in chemistry. For a scientist, all the things are actually mixtures of different substances and hence not pure. For example, milk is actually a mixture of water, fat, proteins, etc. When a scientist says that something is pure, he means that the composition of the substance doesn't change no matter which part of the substance you take for examination. For example, whichever part of a pure gold biscuit is taken as a sample, the composition is found to be same throughout. A pure substance consists of a single type of particle. In other words, a substance is a pure single form of matter. Pure substances can be divided into two types, that is, elements and compounds. All the substances on earth are made up of certain simple substances called elements. Thus, elements are the building blocks of our materials. Robert Boyle was the first to use the term element, and Lavoisier was the first to establish a useful definition of element. He defined an element as a basic form of matter that cannot be broken down into simpler form by chemical reactions. This definition can be extended to include the fact that each element is made up of only one kind of atom. Elements can be normally divided into two metals, nonmetals and metalloids. Examples of metals are gold, silver, copper, iron, etc. Mercury is the only metal that is liquid at room temperature. Examples of nonmetals are hydrogen, oxygen, iodine, chlorine, etc. Some elements have intermediate properties between those of metals and nonmetals. They are called metalloids. Examples are boron, silicon, germanium, etc. When two or more elements combine chemically to form a new substance, the new substance is called a compound. A compound has properties that are different from those of the elements from which it is made. For example, common salt, are also known as sodium chloride, is a compound. It is a compound made up of sodium and chlorine. We can define compounds as pure substances that can be separated into two or more components only by means of chemical reaction. Example, take a concentrated solution of a copper sulfate in a beaker and drop a piece of aluminium foil in it. After some time, you will observe that a layer of copper is deposited on the aluminium foil. This solution becomes colorless. We come to know that a chemical reaction has taken place among the copper ion present in the solution, with aluminium and copper metal is separated. Copper cannot be separated from sulfur and oxygen by any physical process. It can be separated only by a chemical reaction. Mixtures are constituted by more than one kind of pure form of matter. Many things that we call pure are actually mixtures of different substances. Juice is a mixture of water, sugar, and fruit pulp. Even water contains some salts and minerals. The composition in mixture is not always same. The composition in some mixture change depending on the part that you have taken as a sample. A mixture is generally made of two or more components that are not chemically combined. The substances in a mixture retain their own properties and they can be physically separated. Mixtures can be in solid, liquid, gaseous states or the combination of these three states. In a homogeneous mixture, the components of mixture are uniformly distributed throughout it. The components of a homogeneous mixture are too intimately mixed up that it will be difficult to distinguish them from one another by visual observation. For example, air is a homogeneous mixture of many gases. We all prepare a drink, lemonade, and enjoy its taste. It is a mixture of water, sugar, lemon juice, and salt. If you taste a spoonful of lemonade, it tastes the same throughout. The particles of a sugar, lemon juice, and salt are evenly distributed in this solution, and we can see the components separately. We call such mixtures as homogeneous mixture. A heterogeneous mixture is a mixture made up of different substances or the same substance in different states which are not uniformly distributed in it. Points to remember. A pure substance consists of a single type of particle. Elements are the basic form of matter that cannot be broken down into simpler forms by chemical reactions. Two or more elements combine chemically to form a new substance called compound. Compounds can be separated into two or more components only by means of chemical reaction. A mixture contains more than one substance, element, and/or compound mixed in any proportion. Mixtures can be separated into pure substances using appropriate separation techniques. In a homogeneous mixture, the components of mixture are uniformly distributed throughout it. A heterogeneous mixture is a mixture made up of different substances or the same substance in different states which are not uniformly distributed in it. Thank you.